In today's video, we're going to be uncovering the history of the R.M.S Titanic. The Titanic idea was first designed when Bruce Ismay, the owner of White Star Line, talked to a construction company owner about his nephew. His nephew was Thomas Andrews, and he would become the architect for the Titanic. The Titanic construction started in 1910, and it was built from 1910 to 1912. The Titanic was more than 800 feet long. It was built by 3,000 men, and all of them built just so the ship could sink on one fateful night. The ship had 3 classes: first class, second class, and third class. And it had this much food: 86,000 pieces of meat, 40,000 eggs, 40 tons of potatoes, 7,000 heads of lettuce, and 3,500 pounds of onions. The Titanic also had its own amenities, such as this gym that you're seeing. It was the first ship ever to have its own gym. This is the only photo that we really know of the gym in color. It's not like a real photo that was took, it's just an example. It also had its own saltwater swimming pool in the lower parts of the ship. And yes, it is a saltwater swimming pool. It's not a freshwater. And it was cold right by the ocean. The Titanic also had many classes: third class, second, and first. Here is the first class cabin. Normally, it cost in today's cash from $4,500 to $133,000. I think I said how much money twice, but okay. This is the second class cabins. It was right in the middle. It wasn't too fancy. It wasn't too poor. It cost $1,500 to $1,800. Not too as expensive as $133,000 on the first class. This is a third class room from the Titanic Museum in Branson. This room would occasionally cost on the Titanic $350 to $1,100. Not as expensive at all. But with all of these luxurious options, on April 14th, 1912, Frederick Fleet, in the crow's nest of the Titanic, spotted an iceberg. This caught the crew's attention as they spanned the wheels. Then they turned down the engines, and they did all that they can to save as many lives as possible. But the Titanic still sunk that night. The Titanic had around 2,000 people aboard. About 1,000 died. The Titanic was at the time the biggest ship to ever exist, and is, if you put it sideways, as tall as almost the Empire State Building. The Titanic took about 2 hours to sink after hitting an iceberg around midnight. What makes it even scarier is that you would probably be asleep, and most people just went back to sleep after hearing the big boom, not knowing that it was an iceberg and that the ship was doomed. The ship had many survivors and many deaths. The richest man in the entire world at the time, John Astor Brown, had died. The creator of White Star Line, Bruce Ismay, who created the idea to have a big ship, survived, as he controversially acted like a girl and got onto a lifeboat. And Thomas Andrews, the architect of the boat, died. Now you're going to be able to watch the Titanic sink in sped up time.